Welcome to Only in APAC, which is a brand new content series where we visit a play that we only saw in APAC. He's going to try to find himself an angle onto anybody playing onto that CCTV or construction window, but there won't be anybody there for the time being. Anaton's looking to maybe pressure into blue. We'll see exactly how that one works out. Now then, we have an exothermic charge cleared off. So that is going to be one lost. We're going to try and get the second one out here. Now, this is an interesting impact trick with it being outside.
I'm pretty sure that's not allowed. I don't know. I think that's a known bug or something where you can do that, but they've got away there with, well, destroying both of the exothermics off the wall, which means CC's not going to get opened up. Makes this a much harder job now to face off against.
So, as you just saw in the video that played before this, there was a bit of confusion going on with an impact grenade that went underneath a reinforced wall, and Desertchi was like, how did this happen? So let's break down this gameplay that we only saw in APAC. As we get into that first clip, we are going to see SuzuC, who is on the ace. Now, his ID would be to take care of a Mute Jammer that is located right in front of the breach, right in front of Plateau Breach, and he wants to do so with a Selma. That is a good plan because the Selma does go and destroy upwards, whilst the Mute Jammer is a dome, does not jam downwards. However, one crucial detail was forgotten. And that detail is that if a hard breach tool explodes, it will also get any part of a reinforcement in its vicinity. So it imploded a little bit too close to the reinforced wall, which creates a small line of sight, just a pixel or two. It was nothing more than that. However, it was enough for the sides of Demon Gaming Kia to respond to it quickly. As you see right here, there is the Mute Jammer. The Mute Jammer, however, is about to be destroyed by the Selma, which is digging itself in. As you see right now, Mute Jammer gone. It means that the exothermic is able to be exploded, then thus would be opening up the wall. But quick responses from Yaz there spots the 2-3 pixels on the wall that have been opened up by the Selma that was tossed in by SuzuC, and instantly responds with an impact grenade. Now that destroys the first exothermic, and surely this is going to be sowing some doubts on how did this happen along the Cyclops camp, just like it did with everybody that was watching at the time. And you know, they're going to try and go for a second exothermic, and yet again it gets impact tricked out, and yet again the wall stays closed. We're going to go for the top-down view. As you see, Mute Jammer deployed, still here. It opens up, Yaz realizes it, walks back in, tosses the impact. First exothermic gone. And then you see Black Gray on the top. He's watching, realizes what's going on, goes for an upside down rappel and wants to place it as far away as he possibly can, as you see right here, just to make sure that maybe the impact, maybe the shrapnel wouldn't be able to get it. Because the Selmas in that case already opened up garage. That was done. So they had that control, but just did not have the CCTV wall. Second impact comes out, however, destroys the exothermic charge, and as a result, they didn't have the wall open, and thus they needed to try something else. Now, as a final perspective, we do have the view of Black Gray. As you see, the drone is being set up in launch to cover a potential flank. He's about to push it. He's about to make sure that this where the exothermic is. You don't see it right now, but it was definitely there. As you see the little red light coming out, just like the reinforcements, it gets impact tricked, and it looks open, but it's definitely not, because what you see next is him looking at the 2-3 tiny pixels that have been opened up, and he realizes what just happened. It's the Selma that opened up a very small hole because it was not placed carefully enough, and he now decides to go for the upside down rappel, place it as far away as possible, as mentioned twice before already. But yet again, the impact comes out, and that is how they managed to keep that wall closed, how they managed to get the impacts underneath it, just by the placement of the Selma you saw in the first clip being a little bit too close to the wall. It destroyed the Mute Jammer, it did what it had to do, just a little bit more than that, and that's only in APAC.